I say I am. So represent who you are. We've all come from different points on the ground, but we always look forward to being a star. So have your head held up high and never look down. But don't get on that little high horse that you seem to think doesn't make a crack or a sound. Take your pumps off and put on your flats. But don't look down on yourself as if you are exactly that. You don't have to boost up your ego to be as high as you'd like to be. And you don't have to say you aren't who you are, because we are naturally born as queens. I've taken the opportunity to speak up, even though the little girl on the inside of me just says, shh, shut up. You said it. I know. Mommy always told us, keep your hands to yourself and keep your mouth closed. Don't speak unless you're spoken to, but who the hell knows? I've asked myself several times, the longer I look in this mirror, when will this little girl stop the cries? The cries for help, the cries for an attitude, the cries for the when the little girl told you, I don't know you. Again, she's still looking at herself in the mirror and she says, I know better than I used to, but what does that little girl do? She goes forward into the focus that she needs to be, and Daddy always told me, you were born a queen. Not because I'm naturally beautiful and not because I dress to impress, but because I am created to be she. I'm not judging anyone else's height, nor am I afraid to jump over the leap of faith that I used to not have, and I think I'm grateful for where I am. In fact, I'm like that new sales ad, glad. I'm glad to be me. I'm glad to be she. I'm not interested in whether or not you know how to spell my name, because in fact, I even had that to blame. Pronouncing me is just exactly what I'd like you to do. Tell me I don't have to be anything like you, not because I don't do exactly like what you do. In fact, I'm not trying to be Jenny Fox's daughter. I don't want to do that. I want to stand for me. I want to have what it's meant to be, and that is exactly how I said it, a queen. Poetry has been my first love, and it's never left my side, and I think it took me for a ride because I had never been able to speak up that loud. In fact, the further I take a step back, I look at my footprints and I realize you can go forward with yourself, without realizing that the voice inside of me was that little girl again telling me, please, shut up. How many times do we have to ask ourselves, what exactly is our purpose here? Do we not acknowledge what it's meant to look into the mirror and say, I am worth the stare? Not because I have pretty long hair, whether I made it to myself naturally or I bought it doesn't matter, it's still me. Whether it's the makeup on my face, which I'm just trying to dress to impress the universe that doesn't like me as I am. I again have to take myself out of the mascara that I wear on my face and off of the shadow that I have been dressed to impress in. It's not meant to stay in dark. It's meant to play a part of me. So I say to myself as I sing to you, when you take off all that you have dressed yourself to be, and you're not afraid to look into the reflection that says, I am she.